Welcome back to the main events of Italian diplomatic activities abroad. On April 29, in Rome, the fourth summit between Italy and Turkey was held at Villa Doria Pamphili. I'm very pleased to have welcomed President Erdogan and his ministers. Our discussions were very productive and I'm particularly satisfied with the results we have achieved, stated Prime Minister Meloni in joint statement at the end of the plenary session. The joint declaration we adopt today confirms the strength of the relations between our nation and lays the foundation for further strengthening our partnership, emphasized Prime Minister Meloni. The agenda included major foreign policy issues with a focus on the crisis in the Middle East and Ukraine. Italy reaffirms its full support for President Trump's effort to achieve a just and lasting peace. I believe the meeting in St. Petersburg between the American president and the Ukrainian president was of great significance, and we all clearly hope that it can represent a turning point in this situation. We reiterate the call for an immediate and unconditional ceasefire lasting long enough to initiate a serious path for real peace negotiations. We can only renew the hope that Russia will concretely demonstrate its willingness to pursue peace as Ukraine has done, Meloni stated. Another crucial aspect was the economic one. Trade with Turkey reached a record $32 billion in 2024, recalled the Prime Minister, who set a new medium-term trade target of $40 billion. Among the many agreements signed at the governmental level, Meloni highlighted the agreement to create a 4,000 kilometers digital backbone to connect Turkey with Italy and the European telecommunication ecosystem. In the afternoon, the Italy-Turkey Business Forum has also held in the capital with the participation of over 500 Italian and Turkish companies and more than 150 business-to-business meetings. During the forum, organized by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in collaboration with the IC agency, agreements and commercial understandings were concluded involving Italian companies such as Leonardo, Sparkle, Confindustria, Asafrica and Mediterraneo, Saci, CDP and Simest. Export was also the focus of Foreign Minister Antonio Tajani during a meeting organized with Italian entrepreneurs in Valencia dedicated to internationalization as a solution to prevent delocalization. We have decided to slightly change our foreign policy, aiming to focus much more on economic aspects. For this reason, Tajani explained, we would like all Italian embassies to become real launchpads for all Italian companies operating in various countries, but also to encourage the arrival of new companies willing to invest and companies that can export. The goal is to reach $700 billion in exports by the end of this legislative term, up from the current $632 billion. Deputy Foreign Minister Edmondo Cirielli concluded a mission to Valletta on April 29th, where he met with Maltese Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Jan Borg. The talks confirmed the excellent state of bilateral relations as stated by Deputy Minister Cirielli, given the great harmony between Italy and Malta and all major European and international issues. Before the celebrations dedicated to the Maltese top of the Vespucci ship, Cirielli met with entrepreneurs and representatives of the Italian community. On April 28th in Milan, Under-Secretary for Foreign Affairs Maria Tripodi inaugurated the Saudi-Italian Business Forum organized by Assolombarda together with the Saudi-Italian Business Council and the Federation of Saudi Chambers of Commerce. Relations between Italy and Saudi Arabia are excellent and constantly growing, stated Under-Secretary Tripodi, recalling the results of the recent mission led by Prime Minister Meloni to Alula and the strategies to support the internationalization of Italian companies as outlined in the export plan presented by Minister Tajani. Maurizio Antonini is the new Italian ambassador to Pristina, announced the Foreign Ministry. In diplomacy since 1999, Antonini has worked at the Italian embassy in Skopje, the consulate in New York, and subsequently dealt with the Office for Relations of Italians Abroad. He later served as Deputy Chief of Mission in Tehran and worked at the permanent representation of the UN. With a highly anticipated concert at the Leonardo da Vinci Center in Montreal, Canada, the Sanremo Giovanni World Tour, promoted by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, together with RAI, kicked off on May 2nd. A successful example of cultural diplomacy, the tour will take the 4 finalists of Sanremo Giovanni 2025 abroad. These are the winner Settembre, Alex Weise, Maria Tomba, Vale LP and Lil Jolie. In May, further stops are planned in 4 other North American cities: Toronto, Miami, New York and Chicago. The 3rd edition of the Stockholm Prize has been launched, a residency program dedicated to sustainability and eco-innovation in the fashion design sector, promoted by the Ministry of Culture, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Italian Cultural Institute in the Swedish capital. The initiative is reserved for fashion designers born after December 31st, 1990, with a sufficient knowledge of the English language. The two selected winners will spend 6 months in Sweden to further their research and will be involved in the activities of the Italian Cultural Institute in Stockholm. The application deadline is June 15. And that's all for now. Thanks for your attention and stay tuned.